Alice Mee from Russia, Eurasia, and Eastern Europe Regional Studies presents The Enemy Within, Collaboration and the Borders of National Identity in Wartime Ukraine.
Wars are conventionally viewed through the prism of friend versus foe, and yet, at the same time, treachery is as old as war itself. And so collaborators occupy a grey area, being an enemy that's also internal to the nation. There is little consensus on the meaning of the term collaborator, but it's generally defined by, 1, direct cooperation with an enemy force, and 2, that cooperation taking place under occupation. In the case of Ukraine, within weeks of the full-scale invasion in 2022, the government had passed laws specifically criminalizing collaboration. By the 2-year anniversary this year, there were over 8,000 cases registered in Ukrainian courts. So my research asks the question, how are collaborators positioned vis-a-vis the Ukrainian nation in the first 2 years of the full-scale invasion? My research comprises 2 parts. The first is a discourse analysis of President Zelensky's daily speeches to the nation, and the second is an analysis of data from court cases against collaborators. In my analysis of President Zelensky's speeches, I found a tendency to frame collaborators as an enemy in their own right, given that Zelensky frequently speaks of a fight against collaborators. In this way, collaborators are distanced not only from the loyal Ukrainian population, but also from the external enemy, Russia. In my court case analysis, which is represented in this map with the regional distribution of where collaboration offences are alleged to have taken place, I found a similar phenomenon. You might be unsurprised that there are so many cases in the east of the country, where the front lines are, but actually it's remarkable that there are also cases in regions that have never come close to being occupied. I actually found that almost a third of convicted collaborators have had no direct contact with the enemy, meaning that they might have been prosecuted, say, for making a statement on social media or in public. So my research points to a much broader understanding of the term collaborator. And in this way, collaboration has been detached from direct cooperation with the enemy and actually designates more disloyalty to the nation. So amid widespread demand among Ukrainians for collaborators to be held accountable for their actions, this positioning of collaborators as an enemy in their own right that, as Zelensky says here, lives among us, poses significant challenges for Ukrainian society going forward. And as my research shows, this challenge is not just for formerly occupied populations, but also for all regions of Ukraine.